Okay, for this problem, we're going to use StatCrunch, which is integrated into Pearson's MyStatLab, to calculate the confidence interval for this particular problem. I've gone ahead and copied this problem and blown it up so it's a little larger, so you may be able to read it once the video is compressed. It states a publisher wants to estimate the mean length of time in minutes all adults spend reading newspapers. To determine this estimate, the publisher takes a random sample of 15 people and obtains the results below. From past studies, the publisher assumes sigma is 2.1 minutes and that the population of times is normally distributed. Well, normally what we can do is just go ahead and use our confidence interval formulas, remembering that we're going to use Z sub C for this. But for this one, we're going to go ahead and use technology. We want to construct the 90% and the 99% confidence intervals, and then we want to determine which one is wider. So, in MyStatLab, what you want to do is go ahead and left-click this blue icon. And what that's going to do is give you a pop-up window, or pop-up menu. And you left-click that. You left-click that, and we have a number of options. One of the options is open in StatCrunch, and that's what we're going to do. We'll left-click that, and that will bring up StatCrunch automatically, and it's going to open it up for us. You'll see that in this first column entitled var1, all our data is listed. So we're going to left-click the Stat button, and then we're going to scroll down to Z Statistics, highlight that, come over and highlight one sample, and then highlight with data and left-click it. Then once this pop-up window pops up, we're going to left-click var1, which is going to populate this window with var1. Then we want to do the confidence interval for mu, so we left-click that radio button. We're going to change this from 0.95 to 0.90 since we want to create a 90% confidence interval, and we left-click compute. And now we have a new window which is going to show us our results. So let me go ahead and copy that in, so that I can blow it up so we can explore it in larger detail. And you'll see here that you're given the fact that your sample size is n, which is 15. Our sample mean is going to be 8.7. We're given the standard error, which is not important for this particular problem. But you'll notice here that we have the lower limit and the upper limit. The lower limit is going to be round to 7.9, and the upper limit's going to round to 9.6, and that's what we'll enter into our fields in the problem. And now that I've entered them, you'll see that it's 7.8 and 9.6, and we get the nice work pop-up. And then we click OK, and now we want to find the 99% confidence interval. We'll just return to StatCrunch. We can close this pop-up window. Once again, we'll left-click Stat. We'll go to Z Statistics, highlight one sample, then left-click on With Data. Left-click var1 to populate this field. Left-click the radio button for confidence interval for mu, and we're going to change that to 0.99. Left-click Compute, and let's go ahead and copy that in again so that we can explore that in greater detail. And you'll see that we have the same information as far as sample size and the sample mean. That hasn't changed. But now you'll notice that lower limit and upper limit have changed. The lower limit's going to round to 7.4. The upper limit's going to round to 10.1. So we'll enter 7.4 and 10.1 into the fields in StatLab, or MyStatLab. So we pop in 7.4 here, and then we're going to pop in 10.1. We'll left-click Check Answer, and you'll see that we get an excellent here. So then the question is, which interval is wider, the 90% confidence interval or the 99% confidence interval? And the easiest way to do that is simply by finding the range between the upper limit and the lower limit, and you'll note that the 99% confidence interval is much wider. So we'll do a final check, and that is how you do this particular problem.